Hello, this is Glopbop321 and this is tutorial 014 or 14. Today we're going to be going over making a table with the array and using some loops. This one's going to be a bit more complex, so please pay attention carefully. I'm also going to show you how to include other files. It's as simple as include and then the file name. Now, I've made a file over here called food.php I have saved in the same folder with some information on some things. So right here I plan to have the price and then what it could be matched as the item. And you'll see why I have two here, because I could say 1 egg or 2 eggs. Now, I'm going to include this food PHP file because I want to include this information right here. So I could say print r and then I'm going to do $food. I'm going to show you that it does indeed kind of show that the array that I've made. And also, to kind of recap, you can have multiple arrays inside of arrays. Now going back, in the same folder of this file right here that I'm working on, I have this food.php. It needs to be in the same folder, and if not, you need to have the full path to the file that the system can find. Now, first of all, I'm going to want to use a form to transfer some information from the client to the server. And I'm going to do post here. And by the way, the values or the properties of a HTML tag can be in almost any order. I don't really know any restrictions on any ordering. And then I'm going to do action equals and then this file, which I've gone over several times now. Now I'm going to go and insert my submit button and submit, and I'm going to call it to create list for printing. Now, I'm not really going to make a real printable version, but you'll kind of see how it can be used. Now, let's see here. I'm going to go and put that right there. It really doesn't matter since I'm going to include this first and then I'm going to put in my form data here. So I'm going to say input and then I'm going to make the type a text box, and I'm going to call it the list, and I'm going to make the size in HTML pretty much the width to about 100 or so. Now I'm going to save it and show you what it looks like as soon as it's ready. Now, as you can see, I managed to just by luck make this text box wide with the submit button right there. So if you think I did that on purpose, I really didn't. So back to the PHP here. Now we're going to try to process this list. So I'm going to say if is set, and then I'm going to do the $request or underscore request, and try to get it going here. Sorry for the wait, my laptop is lagging right now. So then I type in list because that's what I named it up here in the input name, and then I'm going to start this here, and I'm going to say that, well, first I'm going to try to collect what they've given me. So first I'm going to just kind of also up here say with a break, and I'm going to say please put in your list of items like 1 egg, 2 eggs, and separate them by commas. And then I'm going to do that right there. But in HTML, I should do ampersand QWOT, which means it's a quote character. It's good for having valid pages. Now, and that's not really a part of PHP, but it's just a little thing that you can use in future reference. Now, in this list, I'm going to try to process it. I'm going to say list equals array, and then, but that's not really necessary. So I'm going to do explode. Now, if you remember from our previous tutorial, the explode thing takes a delimiter and a string and breaks it apart into a a list. So I'm also going to do strip slashes because some characters need to have slashes when it submits it, but we have to take them out when we process it. Now I'm going to put in this variable right here. I'm going to paste it in here, and I'm going to print this list and save it. Refresh here. So I'm going to say, and as you can see, this is a quote thing, even though it is ampersand QOUT, whatever it is. Now I could say 3 eggs, 4 ham, and 5 tacos. Now, of course, I do not have this this list here. I'm not going to be processing it yet, but I'm just showing you that I'm converting it to an array. Now, as you can see, 3 eggs, 4 ham, 5 tacos. Now that I have a list, I want to go through